Clarinet, page 17, line number 69, channel 3. This is the first line of music that introduces us to a new time signature. So remember how in our last lesson we talked about key signature? This time we're going to talk about time. Normally, at the beginning of our line of music, we would see a 4/4 time meter for us. If you look at this one, it has a 3/4 time meter. And what that means is the 3 tells us how many counts per measure we have. So until that vertical line that divides our measures happens, there will be 3 beats inside of each one. The bottom number, the 4, tells us that the quarter note is the one that gets the beat. So in channel 3, it only has 3 beats per measure, but it also introduces us to a new type of note. And it looks very similar to our half note, which we're familiar with. Can you find it? Awesome. So you just found our dotted half note. It looks like a half note with a mole right next to it, yeah? Now that dot, if you look at the top of the page, it tells you about this. But that dot, whatever note it's connected to, adds half the value of the note that it's on, again, to it. Now what that actually means is normally our half note is worth 2 beats, right? What's half of 2? 1! You got it! So what's 2 plus 1? 3. We've kind of seen this coming for a while. In a lot of the pieces we've done leading up to this lesson, the ones that end with the tied half note and quarter note, oh, you just found the shortcut. So this one, our dotted half note, fills up that entire 3 counts without having to waste ink and write 2 notes that are tied together. It's also easier to read. So make sure when you see that dotted half note, you give it all 3 counts. Let's move forward and learn the letter names to this piece of music, channel 3. One, ready, go. F, E, D, C, D, E, F, F, G, A, B flat, J, G, F, E, F. And at the end of that, can you see the repeat sign? It wants us to go through this a second time. Now some people might get hung up on the fact that there is a clap line on this as well. Remember how we learned hot cross buns at the beginning of the year? Just like the clap line in that one was for when we were all together, the clap line for this one is also going to be for when we're all together. Don't worry about it right now. It also, under our time signature, find the 3/4, there is a weird letter F written there. Does the top of our page talk about that at all? It does. It's under the big heading called dynamics. And in music, what a dynamic is it tells us how loud or how soft to play. What does the F stand for here? It stands for forte, which means play loud. But this doesn't mean blastissimo, sound like a goose loud. This means a nice, controlled loud. So let's go ahead and play this together, one time through, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready. See how nicely that dotted half note sounds just like that half note tied to the quarter note? And it's easier to read. It's personally one of my favorite notes. So this time, let's take it a little bit quicker. And remember, it's easier to play faster if you keep your tonguing good. So if you're still going hoo, hoo, you're gonna be slower. If you can get that thoo, 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 then you'll be able to play faster and it's gonna be more fun. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready.